Sonic Colors Ultimate, released September of 2021. Available on all modern platforms, retailing for $39.99. Sonic Colors Ultimate is a remake of a Wii title, Sonic Colors, originally released in November of 2010. The premise of the game is that Dr. Eggman has constructed a space amusement park, supposedly as a way to apologize for his various acts of villainy. But of course, that's all a lie. The reality of this space amusement park is actually to subjugate a race of aliens, referred to in-game as Wisps. So, Sonic and Tails need to go through this amusement park, saving the aliens, and destroying as much of Dr. Eggman's property as humanly possible. Or hedgehoggily possible? Gameplay uses elements from both 2D and 3D Sonic. There are portions of the game where you are running into the screen and towards the screen, but the vast majority of the game is actually a side-scrolling platformer. But even when it is a side-scrolling platformer, you still have the ability to jump and home onto enemies like in 3D Sonic. And as you save the various alien wisps, it becomes clear that there are various types of wisps, and each one acts as a different kind of power-up for you. And these various types of wisps are actually what sort of destroy the game for me, as even in the earliest of levels, you see where wisps will be available to you once you free that particular type of wisp. So essentially, until you have all the colors of wisps free, you cannot 100% any of the levels. So I guess what you're expected to do in this game is play through the vast majority of it to the point that you're almost at the very end, and then go back and do all of the levels all over again. Which that right there tells me I am never 100%ing this game. And it's not just due to that fact, it's also that the levels are not very well balanced, as you might go through one level that had one very frustrating section where you had to do something almost perfectly in order to progress. It will then be followed by two levels that are very short and very easy, to the point you almost don't need to do anything to finish those levels. So you're constantly swinging between the game being easy to the point of boredom, or frustrating to the point of throwing your controller. There is very little in between. But one bright spot is the lack of a live system. So when you do get to one of the frustrating bits, you don't need to worry about running out of lives or having to start over, as there is usually a checkpoint right before one of these frustrating bits, and you can just indefinitely respawn at that checkpoint. And of course, between every major section of the game is a cutscene where they try their hardest to be funny. Try their hardest to be funny. They don't ever succeed at it, but they're trying. So, is Sonic Colors Ultimate worth your time and money? Well, it certainly isn't at the $40 price tag. There is some enjoyment to be found in this game somewhere, but there are better ways you could spend your $40. And some of those ways actually include other, better Sonic games. This is at best a $15 experience. And even then, I think you'd have to be a pretty hardcore Sonic fan to actually get much enjoyment out of this. So, I would say just completely pass on Sonic Colors Ultimate. Please do subscribe, comment, like, and tell your friends.